And welcome in to Daybreak Live for our final segment this morning. And Dr. Kim Dean is with us this morning and from Luma Dentistry. And also got a special guest. Dr. Dean, good morning to you.
Good morning, Jimmy Dale. How are you?
I'm well. Talk about our special guest this morning.
Yes, so today joining us we have Dr. Holt Gray. He is one of Luma Dentistry's founders and specialists. So instead of doing my monthly 3 dental myths, we're going to have Dr. Gray just talk about some of his cases. So Dr. Gray, thank you for taking the time to join us this morning. And we would just like for you to talk to us about, how you help our patients smile out loud.
Oh yeah, for sure. So thank you for having me, Jimmy.
We're welcome. One of the first things I'd like to ask you is how did this company get started? How did this dentistry get started?
It's really exciting because Luma Dentistry from the very beginning has been kind of a family business, and I mean that both figuratively and literally. So Doctors John and Ted are brothers, and they started Luma Dentistry about 12 years ago. And I was in school with them for years and years, all the way through middle school, and their wife joined in. And thankfully, we have Dr. Kim Dean here now with us. And so, it's both started as a family, but then as we've grown, we've tended to bring in other dentists and use those relationships to build a family as well. And so it's a family from the dentist perspective, it's a family from patient's perspective, and really from the team as well. So that's one of the things that really makes it fun.
This is a statewide broadcast on Charter Cable this morning. So what are there, 4 locations, 5 locations?
We're up to 6 now.
Okay,
so,
wow.
We just opened Sylacauga, what has it been, about a year? Is that right?
Since April, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then Columbiana is just opening. So we're growing, and it's fun, it's exciting, and it's a challenge, but we're just really happy to be able to serve the patients of Central Alabama with their dental needs.
Let's talk about some of those specialized dentistries that are offered through Luma Dentistry. We've got some shots this morning we want to share with you. And Dr. Gray, walk us through some of this.
Yeah, so this is what it really boils down to with dentistry, in my opinion. I'm a prosthodontist, and so it's the specialty of dentistry where we restore people's smile and we put teeth back that are missing. And to me, that gives me an opportunity to really help rebuild not only their smile, but their life and their personality. Because I think that the smile and the mouth is the window into a person's personality and kind of their relationships with other people. It's one of the first things you recognize. And so, as a prosthodontist, being able to have that opportunity is just fun, exciting, and it's really rewarding in itself. So, cases like this where you can take somebody that is almost handicapped, we call them, almost dentally crippled because they just can't function, they can't chew, they're hurting, but really more importantly than that, they can't be themselves. And so as we're able to restore their smile, get them back healthy, chewing, we also, as you can see from some of these before and afters, just looking at the facial expression, you can see the confidence that comes back into the person through their smile, and that's what, I get up each day to do and really enjoy.
Dr. Dean, oftentimes when people down through the years have dental issues, it's hard to retrain a person to smile.
Yes, it is. And it's just one of the most rewarding things ever when a person sees their new smile for the first time. And, that's what I love about dentistry. And so, it does take time. It does take a lot of work, a lot of patience. But, if you're willing to put in the time, it's so rewarding.
Dr. Gray, the before and after shots. Obviously these are good people, but just to see before, and it had to be such a struggle for that individual.
Oh, it absolutely is. And a lot of times, it's not, it doesn't happen overnight. It's kind of like anything in life that you struggle with, whether you're fearful of the dentist or whether you were born with bad teeth. But it happens step by step. And so, as somebody ages into their middle 20s, their 30s, their 40s, or 50s, sometimes things just can break down a little bit at a time. And maybe the patient, for whatever reason, either they're busy or they're nervous or worried about the finances, it can get put off. And then one day they wake up and they're not themselves anymore. And that's what our goal is to be able to, restore, that's our mission statement, is to restore and impact the lives of those that entrust us with their care. And that's really what we're blessed to be able to do.
And psychologically,
absolutely,
for someone as well.
Yes, it changes their personality, but as soon as they get the new smile, you can really see the different person come out. And, as they get into treatment, a lot of times they're able to break through the barriers of fear. And I've got a lot of patients that maybe we had to start out to sedate them to even clean their teeth because they're so nervous. But as the appointments kind of come at one after another and that trust is built and the relationship is built, then, sedation no longer becomes necessary. And then maybe they're able to get by with a little bit of nitrous. And then, before you know it, they're coming in, they're having routine treatment done just like anybody else with no fear or anxiety at all.
And Dr. Dean, that's what you found here in Sylacauga.
Yes. And that's one of the things that I love about Luma Dentistry is that we're so well connected, and now we have so many options for our patients. A very fearful patient can go to McCullough and be sedated and see a specialist like Dr. Gray and have a full mouth rehabilitation. It's wonderful. It's really great thing for our patients.
It's almost mind-boggling to see the before and the after, and I'm sure there's people watching this morning across the state to say, I wonder if that could be me. I wonder if that would work for me.
Oh, absolutely. We're always open for free consults. So, we're here to help anybody we can. Like Dr. Dean said, we're a network of dentists. We have several offices across central Alabama. But to me, one of the biggest assets that Luma has is that we're dentist-owned, and we work together as a team, learn from each other, treat patients together, and so if you want to, feel free to contact us or call us at the office and make an appointment to schedule a consult. We'll be happy to help any way we can.
Are there different services available at different offices?
Yes, but if you were to add all the offices up, we pretty much cover the entire gambit. We have orthodontist, prosthodontist, periodontist, but at each individual location, for instance, Dr. Kim Dean here in Sylacauga is able to offer a comprehensive variety of services just right here across the street from where we're broadcasting. But then if it's something more complex, or whether you need sedation, or we need to bring in, a different specialist into, a certain case, then we have options to stay within the network. You don't have to fill out new paperwork. Whether if you have our in-house discount plan, it applies to all the locations. So, there's a lot of advantages to having a network that works cohesively as one unit as well.
And lots more insurance plans are available today than they were years ago.
Yes, that's right. And we have the Luma Dentistry plan is basically an in-house plan for all of our Luma offices, and it's really popular. I think over 1,000 patients are now signed up for it. And essentially what it does is it covers 2 cleanings per year. It covers an oral cancer screening. It covers your fluoride, your x-rays. But the biggest thing that it does is give you 20% off of all services at all locations.
Oh, wow.
There's no maximum. There's no deductible. There's no denials. And so, because it's just the patient and Luma, and so there's no confusion between 3 people trying to work and talk together. And so it's really worked out well, and lots of patients take advantage of it and really enjoy the benefits.
And Dr. Dean, is that available here in Sylacauga as well?
It is. It absolutely is. And that plan works at all of our 6 locations. So just because you sign up for a plan in Sylacauga does not mean it doesn't work at any of our other locations. So.
Dr. Gray, what is happening now in dentistry? I mean, we've just grown by leaps and bounds and great successes. What is happening now in dentistry?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that have really changed the trajectory of dental care over the past 20, 30 years. And one of the main things is technology, whether it's just the back-end computer and billing and for insurance and that kind of thing, and figuring all that out, that's one thing. But from a clinical standpoint, there's lasers now, there's computer-aided crowns that mill different restorations for you. The materials are faster, they're better, the needles are smaller.
Yay!
So, I know that's important to you.
Yeah.
But I think technology and also I think there's been a little bit of a change in the perspective of the role of the team member, and by that I mean the assistant or the hygienist or the front desk in dentistry, as far as they're kind of able to get more responsibility for patient care and become a little bit more of a mid-level provider. I think that's changed dentistry somewhat over the past couple of decades, and what that really does is it allows more of a relationship between those team members and the patients, because in all honesty, they have just as much time with the patient as the dentist does. Mm-hmm. And so you've got to not only be able to trust the office and the dentist that's going to be doing the work in your mouth, but you really need to have that level of trust with your hygiene provider or the assistant, because they're going to be right in there in the middle of it, taking care of the patient as well.
Everyone.
Yeah, and before we go this morning, a variety of ages watching this morning. When do we need to get started with our dental hygiene?
Oh, I would say, a good rule of thumb is when the first tooth erupts. So, if you're, a mom or a dad out there with younger kids, it's not necessarily ever too early, to go ahead and bring them to the dentist, not only to look at their teeth, but it's really about kind of getting that process started at an early age so that they're comfortable. Mm-hmm. And so as they get into, we've got a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. And, at that age, the 7-year-old, she's been to the dentist multiple times just to have her teeth cleaned. And of course I check her out. But as they're able to get more comfortable at the office, then when they get into the teenage years and the higher risk years for dental caries mm-hmm. or cavities, then those fears have kind of been alleviated. And so, that trust and that foundation is already there, so they can go ahead and continue on through life and have a good experience in the dental office.
All right, Dr. Holt Gray, and from the McCullough office of Luma Dentistry, and Dr. Kim Dean from here in Sylacauga. And Dr. Dean, I know you've been here since the summertime, early summer, and I know it's growing by leaps and bounds. I guess you can take a few new patients today, though, right? Yes,
we are accepting new patients at all of our locations. Please come and see us. We are located at 101 East 1st Street, Sylacauga. You can give us a call at 256-245-5635. We'd love to answer any of your questions.
All right.
And our website is lumadentistry.com, and you can figure out any information you want from all of our locations there.
And you can overcome fear of dentistry. You can. You may not think you can. That's what I thought. I remember when I was a kid, and that dentist hiding that needle from me, I knew it was there,
Everybody knows it's there.
Oh, yeah. But thank you both for coming this morning.
Thank you, Jimmy.
And keep smiling, smile out loud. Luma Dentistry this morning with Dr. Kim Dean and Dr. Holt Gray.